What's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Lamborghini Preem, back once again talking this boxing shit. And the topic for today is, of course, man, what's gonna probably be my favorite fight of the year is the upcoming super fight, already sold the fuck out, between Guillermo El Chacal Rigondeaux and Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko. Two of the most thoroughest, actually two of the greatest amateur fighters ever, in my opinion. And probably that's an opinion shared by a lot of motherfuckers who know what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a fan, but I know what the fuck I'm talking about, nigga. You know. But yeah, both of them have impeccable records. Both of them have 2 gold medals. Some unprecedented shit. You know what I mean? I think the only American to ever have 2 gold medals is the one and only Clarissa Shields. Salute to her, as always. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the best female fighter I've seen since Ann Wolfe. And, you know, Layla. I love Layla. You know, I fucks with Layla. I don't know what it is. I love Layla. But yeah. That's neither here nor there. My man, I want to send a shout out to my man Rigondeaux. I'm thoroughly impressed by the fact that not only does he run his own social media, but he used social media to make this fight. He backed Lomachenko and Bob Arum, who is the king of spin. Bob Arum, man, that motherfucker make the press moves like nobody ever seen, man. Shout out to Bob Arum. He gonna get you right. You know what I'm saying? Well, not get you right, but you know, if you on his team, get him. If you his cash cow, man, he gonna make sure you look good in that press, man. That's one thing he gonna do for sure. But what it is though, like, my man Rigo straight backed these boys into a motherfucking corner. Shit was wild. Start fucking egging them on Twitter, and you know motherfuckers is following him, so they're gonna keep retweeting this shit. You can't hide from it. This shit was genius, man. And the fun, I mean, it's beautiful and it's sad at the same time. It's beautiful to see it, like him put the plan into action and for it to work as well as it did. That was fucking brilliant. But it's sad that it had to come to that, because none of the fighters in his weight class wanted to fight him. They all bitches. Well, I shouldn't say bitches. Nah, they bitches, man. They bitches. The motherfuckers that duck Rigo is straight bitches. Cause this whole game is supposed to be about being the best and getting your bag. Rigo was gonna bring you a bag, and you was gonna be fighting the best. It was no excuse not to fight him. He was the man down there at his specific weight division. I think it was 122 if I'm not mistaken, maybe 126. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm fucking smoking right now. You know, I don't take no notes or no shit. It's just off what it is. But they all ducked him. Motherfuckers moved up weight division. Motherfuckers had belts, passing around belts and shit. And then when it came time to fight Rigo, hurry up and vacate, go to the next level. I just personally, I can't respect that, you know. And I'm speaking specifically to Leo Santa Cruz, Scott Quigg, and Carl Frampton. Those 3 gentlemen, one of them motherfuckers should have fought Rigo. Real talk. One of them should have fought Rigo. They was all champions down there. Some of them had, I think Frampton and the other dude, Quigg, had one of Rigo's belts that they just took from Rigo and just gave it to him. I didn't like it. I was utterly disgusted with the way that Rigondeaux was done in that situation with them. You know what I mean? And everybody got their reasons, it's whatever, but shit, you can't have your reasons for doing fuck shit and expect respect at the same time. That shit ain't going down, you know what I mean? Real motherfuckers see right through it. So, man, go ahead with that left hand bullshit. That was number 1. And then number 2, the division above that, nobody wanted to fight him. They all ducking him too. You know what I'm saying? This guy done offer fights with as many people as he can, trying to find somebody who's a star to fight him. He just won't do it. And so he had to jump up 2 weight classes on some Roberto Duran shit. You know what I'm saying? To get his just due. And I'm happy to see him get this big fight. I'm happy to see him finally get the opportunity to not only prove that he's one of the greatest ever, but also make a nice bag. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he wasn't making no bags before, because I mean, I ain't in the man's pocket. I'm sure he's doing alright. But goddamn, I felt like the man, his skill level was not in direct proportion to his earning level. And I felt like he was being held back purposely. And I just don't like that shit. You know what I mean? And anytime you put in that much work to get that skillful at something, you deserve your just due. You know what I'm saying? You deserve your just due. At least one. You deserve your shot. You know, you shoot it, you miss. That's one thing. But he shot it, he scored. When he beat Donaire, he was supposed to be a man. You know, they treated him like he fucking lost the fight. I didn't like that, man. I didn't like that at all. You know, it disgusted me. So I'm really looking forward to this fight. And personally, like I told y'all in my last video, my prediction is very, very simple. I expect Rigondeaux to really undress and thoroughly outclass Lomachenko. I know it's unexpected. I know Lomachenko is an extremely skilled fighter, but I expect this to be a one-sided fight. I feel like Rigo is sharper. Rigo is faster. Rigo has faster foot speed. Rigo has faster hand speed. The only thing, like I said before, that I believe that will happen and is a great advantage for Lomachenko is that he's the much bigger guy naturally, number one. And number two, he's skilled enough to he will land on Rigo. It's not gonna look like Mayweather Gaddy out here. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna land on Rigo. And it's like two things. Rigo is known for being slightly chinny at lower weights, so he might actually touch the canvas. But I don't think Lomachenko has what it takes to knock out Rigondeaux. Absent like a very lucky shot or some shit like just some random shit going down, or Rigo getting injured in training, some reckless shit like that. Absent any of that nonsense happening, which God forbid don't, I can't see Lomachenko having a chance to beat Rigo. I feel like Lomachenko will be 2 steps behind Rigo at all times. 1 or 2 steps. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Lomachenko might be quick, but Rigo's quicker. I feel like Lomachenko is extremely experienced, but I feel like Rigo's been experienced with hotter competition, and Lomachenko been fed a lot of good names, but good names when they weren't at an optimal point in their career. You know what I'm saying? Where it was something in the background, or you know, maybe something that the public not necessarily privy to, that was maybe had compromised their ability to be 100% in the fight. And I feel like when that's the case, you don't really get to see the best of Lomachenko, number one, and you don't get to see the best of their opponents. You know, the case in point be Nicholas Walters' fight, also the Gary Russell Jr. fight. You know, I listened to Gary Russell. You know, normally I don't tolerate no excuses, but he didn't seem like he was making no excuse to me. He felt like he was giving legitimate reasons, and only because he wasn't really too specific in explaining what he was saying. He was just letting it be known that he wasn't himself that night. You know. And I can respect that. Because he didn't take a coward's way out and chump out on some whole shit, like make excuses like he a sucker, you know, on some Pacquiao. Well, I'm not saying Pacquiao a sucker, but I mean, you know, niggas injuring shoulders. I mean, fronting like they injuring shoulders and then fucking walking on water to heal them and shit. Get the fuck out of here with that. Yeah, man, get the fuck out of here with that left hand bullshit, man. Nobody buying that, man. But yeah, like I said, the motherfuckers ducked Rigo. That's number one. Number two, the people at 2 weight classes above him ducked him. And number three, Lomachenko was gonna duck him until social media put the pressure on that ass. You know what I'm saying? Where his manager, motherfuckers was calling out his manager, going directly at his manager, going directly at him. It's only so long you can hide from that shit. You know, and then when you have a fight like against Mariaga, a guy like Mariaga, when you have other viable options out there that people feel like you should be fighting, those type of things don't bode well. So you get, what it does is it delivers the end result of you having to fight a guy like Rigo, you know. And mind you, I like Lomachenko, man. I think he's a great fighter, man. Like I told you, very technically sound. And you know, I have a strong appreciation for pure boxers. So I like Lomachenko's style, man. And I think that after the Rigo fight, he will bounce back because he's gonna learn a lot. But I just don't feel like Loma is slick enough defensively to fuck with Rigo. You know what I mean? Putting Rigo, I mean, I just don't see it, man. I've seen too many things that Rigo do in that ring that's really subtle that you wouldn't notice. Like in real time, it's hard to notice. You kind of almost got to go back and then look at the tape and slow it down. And then when you slow it down, there's certain things that you start to pick up on and start to notice. And you be like, oh, this guy is really like an artist in the ring, you know? The things that he's doing. Same thing with Floyd. He remind me so much of Floyd, you know? His defense not as sharp as Floyd, but man, his offense and the things, the subtleties and the way that he uses the ring and the way that he knows, you know, he's in control the whole fight. Like these things make a huge difference, you know, huge difference. They I don't see that out of Lomachenko. Maybe he has it. Maybe it's due to the opposition that they force him to face that we haven't seen it. I don't know. But I'm going out on a limb and saying that Rigo got that shit that Loma just ain't got. You know? And for that reason, I expect Rigo to be successful. And like I said before, this fight should be a stoppage. It should be a stoppage. Either a TKO, some get injured. I expect it to be a stoppage. Because either a stoppage or as one-sided as possible. Because to be honest with you, I don't feel like Rigo has a chance to win a close fight. This type of fight is going to be just like, as far as the judges go, if it goes to the judges, I feel like it's going to be just like Canelo and GGG. You know what I mean? Except maybe not quite as egregious, you know, fucking with Golden Boy. You get egregious shit going on. Motherfuckers just, man, that 118 scorecard, man, it should still piss me off. And I'm not even the Triple G fan like that. But I do respect his gangster, and what's right is right. He won the fight, you know? But it is what it is, man. That's some other shit. But yeah, I said that to say this. I don't expect Rigo to actually get a fair shake as far as the cards at all. I don't expect that. So if I know that, I think maybe Rigo and them know that too. So maybe they working on that, you know. Maybe they working on things. Maybe they working on the stoppage, going for the stoppage, and now even wasting time with, you know, trying to decision this guy. Because I mean, shit. Personally, the stoppage, absent the injury, like I can't see Rigo knocking Loma out maybe with one punch per se, but I could see the accumulation of punishment really doing the job on Loma though, because Loma defense not really there, and nobody's really exploited that as yet. And I feel like if anybody has the skill to do that exploitation, it's Rigo. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm wishing both guys good luck, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing this fight. I'm really curious as to how it's gonna, you know, all pan out. Either guy wins, I'm happy, but you know, I'm happier if my guy Rigo do his thing. You know what I mean? I got money on this shit. They trying to take no L's around here. But that aside, man, just skill for skill, I believe Rigo is just slightly sharper, slightly better all the way around. The only advantage Lomachenko has in this fight is size. Everything else is either a tie or Rigo has a slight edge. So I'm going to go with Rigo for this one by TKO stoppage, maybe a 10th, 11th round. If not, it'll be a one-sided joint where he don't lose no more than 2-3 obvious rounds, because anything more than that, you will get robbed. So, you know what I mean? Coming into the fight, he going to be up 2 rounds to nothing. So it is what it is, man. It's just how the ball bounced, man. But till the next time, man, you know I'll be around. It's your boy Lamborghini Preem, man. Go over to my official site, hustlegangboss.com. Copy something. You know what I'm saying? Got my albums on there. My music is also available on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, literally everywhere you can find music. Just type in the Supreme General when you enjoying it, and you're gonna find me. So yeah, man, appreciate y'all, and until the next time, I'm out this bitch 100.